When building out our job schedule in JobTread, there will be times when we need to notate the relationship between two tasks. For instance, if we have a design and planning task, we don't want it to overlap with sample approvals because we want to approve those samples after the design and planning task. So we notate the relationship between those two tasks utilizing what we call dependencies. Dependencies will enable one task to shift as we move a task before it. So if we click on design and planning, we can create a dependency between design and planning and sample approvals by scrolling down to the after dependent of that design and planning task, selecting sample approvals, and then clicking save. And you can see now on my job schedule a dependence between those two tasks. Okay? There are other ways to do this as well. If we wanted to create a dependency between sample approvals and bids and contract, rather than clicking straight on the task, we can click on this circle right to the right or left of any one of your tasks, click and drag it to the task that you want it to be dependent upon. So as we move design and planning, both of those tasks will move together. Okay, let's click save. So let's say that within contract execution, sometime within those 4 days, we need to make sure that we collect our deposit. We have the ability to not just put a dependency on the end of a task so that at the end of contract execution, collect deposit happens. We can actually put this somewhere in that task by putting it at the beginning of the prior task, so that collect deposits happen sometime within that 4-day window. Now, if we want it to happen there on that 4th day of contract execution, we can do something unique, which is called preserving lag time. If we click on contract execution and we move down here to that collect deposits dependency, we can preserve the lag time by clicking on that lock icon, clicking save, and now if we move contract execution, not only will there be a dependency at the beginning of that contract execution phase, but collect deposits will actually stay on that 4th day of that contract execution task. So you can see that relationship preserved there. Okay? Now, you also have the ability for every new dependency to be those preserve lag time dependencies by clicking this lock button at the top of your schedule. Now, every new dependency will be that blue locked dependency where you've preserved the lag time between those two tasks. Okay, so you'll see if you have a preserved lag time dependency, those arrows will be blue. If you have a normal dependency, they will be grayed out. If you have any more questions about dependencies in your job schedule, reach out to your customer success manager, or you can reach out to us for support at JobTread.com.